Hey Pioneer League, David Patterson here from the back of the Wapita van. The Wapita van is the actual second van in the Pioneer League fleet. We are, again, just more than just football. We actually have a service that we provide for teams for very, very low cost to transport their guys to and from football games. Just handle what we need or what have you. So this is the newest edition, doing some upgrades or what have you. So for this week, the address that I want to bring to you guys is one about traveling and time. Punctuality and timing is something that we need to teach our young people that will make them successful from here until the time in which they are ready to retire from whatever occupation they choose to eventually get into. It is so very important that we are punctual and we're on time. Let me just kind of go through some of the scenarios in which teams are going to have to make some very key decisions in the upcoming week as we get into playoff mode. One, you should be at your game an hour before kickoff. That is for the safe operation of a team. So if you have an 11 o'clock kick, you should be there at 10 o'clock. You should be there warming up, going over your plays, stretching properly, making sure the guys have plenty of water, especially since in this really crazy fall weather we're having where it's actually pretty hot out. Make sure that your players are ready to go, properly equipped. They have a mouthpiece. They have all of their pads and their pants and things like that. Make sure everybody's properly fitted. If you are late and you're aiming for getting to a game at kickoff, you're going to eventually be late. And it's so disrespectful to be late and have everybody waiting for you. Because when you are late, you are basically telling the other team and the officials and everybody else associated with the event that your time is more valuable than their time. And that's why ultimately we want to make sure that everybody gets to their destination on time. Plus, when you rush, you get careless and you could make a mistake that ends up with some drastic, dramatic consequences, including getting into accidents or just rushing and making mistakes and such. So we want to avoid that. Now, for teams that are taking their time in terms of getting on the field, this is the other, kind of pet peeve of ours. You show up late and then you're walking around and not really hurrying up to get on the field. It's, again, just disrespectful. It gets the other team irritated, it gets the officials irritated, fans and supporters. It gets them all irritated because not everybody's waiting on you. So what needs to happen is when you get to the field, especially if you're not an hour before kickoff, you need to have a little pace about you. Now, the rule is at the scheduled kickoff, after 15 minutes, you forfeit the kickoff, which means that the other team will be given an advantage because they will be given the ball twice during the course of the game. And after 15 minutes, the clock will start running. The officials are only there for a certain amount of time, and they will leave on time just as they get there on time. So once that clock starts running, if you are still doing ID checks, if you are still arguing about nothing, if you are still trying to get pants on your players or try to figure out where your mouthpieces are or what have you, the clock is going to run because their time is just as valuable as everybody else's. So please, just be advised that you need to be on time. Be at the game an hour before kickoff. Make sure your team is properly equipped and has time to make the proper adjustments to get everything in place. Don't sit there and rush and wait till the last second to do things. Make sure that you're properly planned. And show the same regard and consideration for others as you would for yourself. We want our games to start on time and, more importantly, end on time and get everybody in and out in a safe manner as possible. We will be going around to fields just to make sure that fans are in their areas. And again, if you're the type of people that can't be on time, then ultimately the rules are designed to put you at a disadvantage. That is not any fault of anybody else's but your own. So make sure, again, it's New York City. Public transportation, it's always late. Traffic, there's always traffic. Get to your location on time. Leave early. If you have a Saturday kickoff, clear your day. Let's enjoy some football. See you later.